Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am taking advantage of the mild sunny weather and getting some cottage garden seeds sown. Now, I've got this bed behind me that is already prepped. I have gone through and raked it, I have weeded it, and the last step before I sow is to water it. Now this is something that's been coming up in questions the last couple of years because we've been drier in the winter than we used to be, and I do think that there's a big advantage to watering your bed before you sow the seeds. This will basically act as an insulator for upcoming cold temperatures, but it will also make it so that your seeds won't get buried when you are running a hose or sprinkler on the bed once they've been seeded. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on time lapse, do a quick once over with my hard rake. I'm very specifically using the back side of my rake to even everything out, move out any existing leaves and basically just surround perennials with those. That way they have extra insulation. And then I'm gonna drag the hose over, get this bed nice and wet, and then I'll show you my seeding technique. All right, for this bed, I've got breadseed poppies, bachelor buttons, larkspur, cilantro, and that really amazing aegis, which is bishop's flower, I think. And I traditionally have grown this in the bed on the other side of the walkway, so I'm gonna plan to sow some of it there as well. That tends to be biennial, more like a carrot. So it'll grow vegetatively the first year and then it'll flower next year. So this is like a 2-season process. Now the bed is nicely watered, so I don't have to worry about it drying out anytime soon. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with the larger stuff because you can actually rake over the bigger seeds. The bachelor buttons and larkspur and cilantro all can get raked, and I think I'd like to rake them just to do that. So I'm going to start with cilantro, and you know, this is cilantro I gathered from the garden, but you can buy cilantro seed. The key with cilantro is don't transplant it. If you ever bought cilantro from a garden center and transplanted it and died like a week later, that's because it has a taproot. And all of these cottage garden seeds develop tap roots and they don't tolerate root disturbance, which is why you have to direct seed them. So like I always do, I'm basically just gonna take a handful and I'm gonna bowl the seeds out, basically tossing the seeds so that they distribute themselves widely. And the great thing is with cilantro, you can actually see where it lands. I like the cilantro a lot because it has a nice white flower and it attracts pollinators. And it's just a nice tall element to kind of break up the dark blue purple from the larkspur and kind of the reddish pinks from all of the poppies. So that's probably more than sufficient. Can't help myself. I get a little heavy-handed. The goal here though is that I'm not so heavy-handed that I won't need to do any thinning, and that is something I just cannot stress enough. Do this method where you put some in your hand and then you gently toss the seeds out, and they distribute themselves widely enough so that you won't have to come back through and thin. First of all, thinning isn't really any fun, but it's also kind of detrimental because if you over thin, the plants don't have the structural integrity to hold themselves up and then they collapse when we have spring rains. Now I already have some larkspur self-sowing in here, but I really want to make sure that I've got a good stand of it because this bed is now kind of front and center in the backyard. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do this entire package. Right. And bachelor buttons. Now, bachelor buttons a little go a long way. They get quite large. They can kind of be bullies if you allow them to self-sow. So I'm gonna be more conservative with my bachelor buttons and Just to give you an up close view of what those seeds look like. There we go. And I want to concentrate these more in the middle, not along the edge, because they get so big. Right, and now it's a little bit of this bishop's flower. These seeds don't look super promising, but I believe I said that in the past and they did germinate, so we'll just see. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly rake it. And that's probably not totally necessary. I'm just being extra conscientious because I really want this bed to look amazing. All right, now for breadseed poppies, the main priority. And here those seeds look like, and hopefully this will show up on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and bowl that seed in and kind of walk around and get it in all areas of this bed. This is the main thing that I want, big stand of colorful poppies. Bippity luck. Everything will be in bloom for the spring open garden. Well, now that the poppies are sown, there's no more interacting in this bed. That is the final step. No walking, no raking, no mulching. I'm not gonna water again, likely until I see germination, unless we somehow get super, super dry. And I've only started watering these beds recently, just because we are pretty dry, and getting them pre-moistened will help increase germination and also retain some extra heat in the ground, since we are forecasted to get down to 15 degrees night after tomorrow. Well, everybody, I hope that you'll be motivated to go outside and scatter some seeds. I think the cottage gardening seeds can be sown really anytime between now and the end of February. So you actually have a really long window. And I'm not in a rush to get all of my beds seeded, because I really want to be able to experiment again, like I did last year, with timing and determine what was the best sowing date. Much of that is climate related, and that basically is very challenging these days because we don't have a lot of consistency in our weather. I do hope that you will mark your calendars for Saturday, May 9th from noon to 4 p.m. It will be our spring open garden, which is free, no registration, rain or shine. We're gonna have a big plant sale, and in theory, all of these poppies are gonna be in full bloom, so it should be a sight to be seen. Well, as always, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy gardening.